Shalom, saints. This is Arthur Bailey, host of Spirit-Filled Living, inviting you to join us on Saturday on the church channel at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for Spirit-Filled Living. We're going to be touching on a lot of subjects that I know will be true and dear to your heart, so make sure you join us 2 p.m. Saturday, church channel for Spirit-Filled Living. Effectively communicating the gospel Yeshua the Messiah taught, the gospel of the kingdom, and taking this gospel to the ends of the earth as the Messiah commanded, is the vision of Arthur Bailey Ministries and the mission of the Congregation of House of Israel. In Matthew 24, as Yeshua was leaving the temple courts, his disciples pointed to the elegance and beauty of the temple Herod built. They were shocked at Yeshua's response as he proceeded to inform them of the coming destruction of this historic and sacred place of Jewish worship. He said not one stone would be left upon another. Later, as they sat upon the Mount of Olives, they asked him privately to tell them when would this happen and what would be the sign of his return and the end of the world. Yeshua answered and said unto them, Take heed that no man deceive you, for many shall come in my name, saying, I am the Messiah, and shall deceive many. And you shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that you be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. And there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in divers places. All these are the beginning of sorrows. Then shall they deliver you up to be afflicted, and shall kill you, and you shall be hated of all nations for my name's sake. And then shall many be offended, and shall betray one another, and shall hate one another. And many false prophets shall rise, and shall deceive many. And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. But he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved. And then he said, And this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world for a witness unto all nations, and then the end shall come. After the resurrection of Yeshua, he appeared to his disciples one last time and gave them these instructions. He said, All power in heaven and in earth has been given unto him. Go and teach all nations, baptizing them in the name of the Father and of the Son and of the Holy Spirit. He told them to teach them to observe all things that he had commanded them, and that he would be with them always, even unto the end of the world. Unfortunately, this gospel of the kingdom is not being preached to the ends of the earth, or to the nations of the world for that matter. Instead, another gospel has taken the place of the gospel of the kingdom. This other gospel is a gospel about Jesus, not the gospel Yeshua taught. This gospel about Jesus is about the death, the burial, and the resurrection, an emotional gospel designed to lead people into making an emotional decision for Christ, to invite a Savior they barely know to come into their heart. Yeshua came to reconcile mankind to Jehovah and his commandments. The gospel that is being preached in Christianity today is a gospel that rejects the commandments of Jehovah, a gospel that teaches lawlessness, or that the followers of Jesus do not have to keep the commandments or the law of Jehovah at all. The internet, the radio, and television airwaves are filled with this anti-Messiah message of lawlessness. Christian radio and television are filled with ministers, teachers, and yes, even rabbis who teach that people today are no longer obligated to keep the commandments of Jehovah. They're not equipping the saints for the work of ministry, nor are they preparing the people of the world for the return of the Messiah. In fact, the Messiah said that whosoever shall teach or break one of these commandments and shall teach men to do it shall be called least in the kingdom of heaven. But whosoever shall do and teach them, the same shall be called great in the kingdom of heaven. Yeshua also said that not everyone that say, Lord, Lord, shall enter into the kingdom of heaven, but he that doeth the will of his Father, which is in heaven. He said, many will say to me in that day, Lord, Lord, have we not prophesied in your name? And in your name have cast out devils? And in your name done many wonderful works? Yeshua said, he professed unto them, I never knew you. Depart from me, you that work iniquity or lawlessness. These are words no one should hear, especially those who call themselves believers. Yet, every minister who preaches that Jesus set people free from the law are preparing people to hear those awful and those condemning words. Since relocating to Charlotte, North Carolina, I've continuously sought the Father's face about how to reach the people of the world for the sake of the kingdom. I've seen the many man-made gimmicks for raising money, to get on TV or to stay on TV, and I've resisted doing anything that I did not believe the Father was leading me in. Recently, the Father revealed to me a 5-phase plan to reach the entire world with the gospel of the kingdom. This 5-phase plan is as follows. Acquire equipment. We need television quality cameras and recording and editing equipment in order to produce television quality programs. Phase 2, acquire a production editor. We need a professional editor to prepare these programs in a television approved format. And then there's phase 3, create an infrastructure we will need to be equipped to respond to those who will respond to the true gospel message they hear as they are being reached through our programs. Phase 4, we'll acquire television time we need to secure our place in the programming schedule of the stations we sign on to. And then phase 5 is to expand to other networks in order to accomplish this 5-phase plan. Now, for us to do that, I'm seeking partners in ministry that will come alongside us and invest in the vision to go into all the world to preach, to reach, and to teach. To get started, I'm looking for 25 partners that will invest $5,000 each to complete the first and second phase. This will allow us to get the equipment we need to record, edit, and produce our first 4 half-hour programs. 50 partners will get us through phase 1 through 4, and at the current cost, for 1 year, produce a half-hour program per week that will reach millions of people each week in North America and in the United Kingdom. For your partnership investment of $5,000 or more, I want to send you this beautiful hand-carved set of stone tablets of the 10 Commandments in the Paleo-Hebrew language. These flagstones were sheared from a quarry in the Appalachian Mountains of North Carolina, representing the law given to Moses in the land of Midian atop of Mount Sinai. These stones are flaked out of the quarry. They're not cut out by a saw blade. Each stone is unique, and the face or front and back sides have a natural and distinct surface. Jehovah said in the latter part of Exodus 20:24, in all places where I record my name, I will come unto thee, and I will bless thee. These beautifully handcrafted stones with the 10 Commandments have the name of Jehovah recorded 8 times in Paleo-Hebrew. These stones can be displayed prominently in any home or office or business and will add a sense of reverence and holiness to any environment. Your home or business will be blessed with the presence of Jehovah's Word and His name written in stone in the Paleo-Hebrew language. Also, we will send you this booklet with the translation of each stone from the Paleo-Hebrew to the English language. You will also get this certificate sealed and signed by the artist and myself, certifying the authenticity of these stone tablets. Your partnership investment of $5,000 or more today will enable us to fulfill the Great Commission and carry the true gospel of the kingdom to the whole world as Yeshua commanded. Please call, email, or write me today and let me know that you will partner with me to carry the true gospel to the whole world. Please call me today. Call me at 704-469-3345, or you can email me at apostlea@gmail.com. That's apostlea@gmail.com. Or you can write House of Israel, 1334 Hill Road, Charlotte, North Carolina, 28277. Please become a partner today. Thank you. Shalom, saints. This is Arthur Bailey, host of Spirit-Filled Living, inviting you to join us on Thursday at 1 p.m. UK time on the Inspiration Channel. Join us for Spirit-Filled Living as we will be dealing with a lot of subjects that I know will be true and dear to your heart. You will be inspired and you will learn from the scriptures on Spirit-Filled Living, Inspiration Channel, 1 p.m. on Thursday.
House of Israel services are held weekly at 1334 Hill Road, Charlotte, North Carolina, 28210. 11 a.m. Saturday mornings and 7 p.m. Thursday evenings, Eastern Standard Time. The following broadcast is made possible by generous contributions from viewers like you. Thank you. Motivating, inspiring, challenging, encouraging, deepening, strengthening, and enhancing your faith. Ladies and gentlemen, Arthur Bailey.
Well, Shabbat Shalom, saints. Now, usually that's a place where you all greet me back. Shabbat Shalom. It's good to see all of you here this morning, and I truly am excited about the message that I'm going to be sharing with you this morning. Last week, as some of you know, I was at a conference, and I found myself saying some things that as I was hearing them, sometimes when you speak and you start evaluating what you say, there are things in times where I have spoken and I've heard these words for the very first time coming out of my own mouth. And there's been many times when, as I'm teaching, as the Father is speaking to me, even as He is using me to speak for Him to His people. But one of the things that I found myself saying as I was sharing the DVDs that I took with me and the teachings that I was doing from some of those DVDs is this is one of the best teachings that I have done. And after about the third time, I realized that I was saying that pretty much about every teaching. And when I come here on Shabbat morning, I kind of say the same thing. I'm excited about the message this morning, and I truly am. I'm very excited about the place where we are as a ministry and where the body of Messiah who are taking the things of Jehovah serious. We have to know that there are those who are at different places in their journey. And there are people who are very comfortable with where they are. in their journey. There are people who they get in the door, they're just glad to be in the door. They're in the house. There are folks who take a few more steps forward and they find themselves actually going deeper in the things of Jehovah. And we have to let people walk where they walk. You see, you can only walk your walk. And I know that there are times when, and this is the only illustration that I just came up with, but I think it's appropriate. If you've ever seen a parent with a newborn, well, not a newborn, a toddler who is just learning to walk, and you'll notice that sometimes that parent is holding that child's hand, and that parent has to take really small steps. That is unusual for a parent, but they're taking small steps because they're walking with the toddler. They don't want to drag the toddler. You know what I'm saying? And so we slow down sometimes because of who we're walking with. And there are people who are at a more mature stage in their walk, and there are those who are at toddler stages in their walk, and anywhere in between. Imagine as a adult who is walking with the toddler, come on, get a move on, and you start walking and dragging that toddler behind you. You follow what I'm saying? There are people who are at different stages, and you cannot drag or push or force people to walk at the same place that you are walking at. Now, as a parent, you have to slow down. As a parent, as a brother and a sister in Messiah who is walking with the Messiah, you can slow down for people, or you can let people hold you back. Are you all following me? You can let people hold you back. You can let children hold you back. You can let adult husbands, wives hold you back. You can let parents hold you back. You can let friends and neighbors hold you back to keep you from moving forward. Or you have to decide that this walk that I'm walking is my walk with the Father in the relationship as we are in the kingdom, and this person has to walk at their own pace. At some point, if they're willing, they're going to grow. But how many of you know that there are adults who still act like children? There are folks who have been at this walk for a long time who are still taking little baby steps. You follow what I'm saying? So there is a place where you walk with people, but there's a place and a time when you have to move on. You have to keep it moving. And as we are in this place and time and season right now, we have spent the last 2.5, 3 years laying a foundation, which is a pretty long time, to lay a foundation so that people understand how to operate according to the Father's plan in His Spirit based on the solid Word. Denominational teachings and all of that, because we've certainly seen the effect of people trying to operate in spiritual things who are not solid on the foundation of Torah. Let me know that you're with me. Good. Bless His name. And in this, one of the things that I notice in Paul's letter to the Corinthians